Welcome. This is a game from the EU Open Qualifiers. This is going to be PR. This is Power Rangers. Yes, the PR that we know and know against ForLove, the team we don't know and don't know. So I just casted a game ForLove. They were up against what seemed like a fairly strong team, but they won in about 30 minutes. They had a very strong anti-mage who was left to his own, and I think these were the two opening picks they picked last time actually, so Ogre Magi and the Doom, and the other team that they beat actually did have a Clockwork and a Dazzle. Let's just see how they prioritised the Clockwork pick over anything else. Yeah, I feel like Doom very strong at the moment. Be interesting to see how well he does in this game. So, you know, I've been told that ForLove, they're one of the best UK stack. They have some 7K UK player or something, apparently. I don't know how true this is. So yeah. Let's see how this goes. We see the rating prioritized as a ban. It's pretty interesting. What other strong heroes are still left at the moment? Yeah, they definitely got rid of the Quap and the Winter Wyvern. Earthshaker seems to be picked like every game. Bounty Hunter still considered really strong, even though it did get a few nerfs here and there.
5 seconds. Reserve time.
Yeah, I don't really know much about these teams, so interesting to see. I mean, PR. They have some big names like Cheshire Cat, J4, Arise. You know, and that guy can play Magnus like a crazy mofo. But you know, maybe ForLove can do it, and I think they feel confident that they might be able to do it. I know they'll obviously be excited against playing against Power Rangers, and if they can beat Power Rangers, that would obviously be amazing. The SF and the Wind Ranger banned out by as the 4th ban for both sides. Now, what I feel like, you know, the first 2 picks are normally pretty standard, but the draft really opens up with the next, the 3rd and the 4th pick. So I am praying for an Arise Magnus, but the fact that Clockwork is already picked up means they probably won't, and they go for the Tusk. So I guess it's going to be a Dazzle Tusk combo. Combo support. I mean, Dazzle fairly good solo support, so Tusk can roam around, go to that mid lane, maybe help out the off laner if need be. Whatever. I also think Dazzle's strong against Doom. Doom doesn't like have much armor, so if you can get up there and get a good Shadow Wave, that deals a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of damage. Last time we saw
10 seconds to go.
Dazzle picked up with PL, which can work really well.
Seconds.
I'm just going to check that my audio and stuff is okay for you guys.
Reserve time.
Mouse, start working, please. Yeah, sounds alright to me. As always, you saw last time ForLove, they took a really long time on their 3rd pick. What will they choose to do? They go for a Lich. Oh man, this hero I think can be really good. You do something like a Lich Doom off lane, it's just really, really strong.
Razor.
Dyer's pick.
And the Power Rangers go for the Razor. Very interesting. I actually think he's pretty good against Doom, because you end up going like, you can either get drums or like an SNY or something, so you kind of keep up with the Doom. So if you can get a static link on him, he can be a really nice static link target. Also doesn't mind about, as long as you get static link off, you don't really care about getting doomed so much.
10
especially
seconds
if you've got your ultimate off as well, which I think can be really strong.
5 seconds. Reserve time.
So 4th pick now for Love. I feel like the draft's pretty open. Doom could also be played as a core and mid. I think he's definitely better in the offlane though.
Anti-mage.
Radiance ban.
Man, for love, they go for that anti-mage. They love this anti-mage. I mean, they don't. The thing is though, Power Rangers don't really have any int heroes. I mean, you can go on Dazzle, but he doesn't normally have that big a mana pool. I mean, he's still a good target, but
Seconds to go.
still.
5 seconds. Dire team ban.
So Invoker banned out by Power Rangers. That's, yeah, like I talked about before in this. It's kind of like you don't know what the enemy team's really good at. So you're not 100% sure what to pick up sometimes.
10 seconds to go. Radiance pick.
Ban out the Legion. So Power Rangers, they're probably looking for safe lane. Is Legion a safe lane hero? Okay, I guess she can be. Does work out pretty well sometimes. Ah, the Spectre. The Spectre's left in the pool, so it's going to be a safe lane Spectre. Mid-Razor and off-lane Clockwork, I think, with a roaming Tusk and a support Dazzle for love. They want their mid-laner now, who can face up against the Razor. This is sometimes a matchup that's a little tricky sometimes. They might go for that Ember Spirit again. I think Ember Spirit would work okay, but maybe you want something with the Lich, like a bit more. I think Ember Spirit would be fine. You can fight a lot earlier than Spectre.
10 seconds to go.
Although sometimes these Spectres, they build quite early. Sometimes go Urn, drums, that sort of stuff. Diffusal. You know, forget about the Radiance. You just want to fight early, which can work out really well.
Reserve time. Ten seconds to go.
The sack.
They go for Leshrac. Nice. Alright, sorry, just sending out a tweet there. Hopefully Shiva and Shane, they might give me a shout out or something. Obviously that'd be really nice. But yeah, this is going to be a Leshrac. I guessing it's a mid Leshrac going up against the Razor. You can get away with I don't think if you don't. Come on, let me control my own camera. So I'm casting from Dota TV. I'm not actually like spectating within the game. We have some arrows drawn out now by PR. Man, if I was in ForLove's team, I'd be like, oh my god, playing up against PR. Really big team, that'd be really cool. Let's see what's going to happen here now. As the looks like both teams are sort of going to rotate into each of the enemy's jungles, so they're probably not going to clash up. Although it could be Cheshire Cat that's in some trouble. Is this an aggro tri-lane coming out? This could be very interesting if they can pull this off. I think. You know, aggro lanes can be really good. They didn't smoke up for this. They placed down this observer ward. What this observer ward does here, right? It blocks this camp, but they normally put sentry here, which doesn't block the camp, but catches like here, this area. The box literally just cuts off. You know, here it doesn't actually catch this observer ward, so it can be really strong. And I think the Radiant, they know where the Dire are at the moment, and it looks like we're just not gonna have any fights at the moment. See the anti-mage. So it looks like both are going for aggro tri-lanes, maybe trying to dodge what they can. I think they were trying to bait Cheshire Cat into coming down toward this rune, but we're going to see the Razor pick up the rune and this mid Leshrac. Haven't seen this hero for a while, the Sparkling Pony. Oh, Tusk and Dazzle, they're sitting up on this high ground. They want to try and catch out this anti-mage who might be rotating back. If they do find that Ogre Magi, that's not going to be such a big deal. They do find him. They're not going to catch him out. He's too far by the tower. Maybe they were looking for Courier if they could, but they don't get there in the end. Static Link onto the Leshrac. He's just going to run away. However, Razor pretty fast, a little bit faster than the Leshrac. And I think this Razor could be a really strong pick actually, because look how many targetable spells they have. They have the Leshrac Lightning, they have the Ogre Magi, the Stun, plus possibly the Ignite, the Lich Frost Blast. Let's just see the anti-mage being pushed back by the Clockwork. He probably used this matchup, he had this matchup earlier. And what else is there? There's the Frost Blast, the Chain Frost, the Doom, the Level Death, the Mana Void. I think this Razor pickup is really, really good, and we see a rise now, just chasing down this Leshrac. Doing really well for himself. Leshrac currently doesn't have any last hits. With that minus 18, it's going to make it really hard. Trying to get some last hit on this Razor, so it makes it really hard. This Leshrac still no last hits. This is a Rise playing well here. So yeah, he goes for the unstable current, which I think is going to be like really, really good for him. So we have dual lanes coming out from the Dire. They did something similar earlier this game. And I think Clockwork, he's gonna be doing fine, gonna get plenty of levels and stuff. Trying to draws the creep wave towards these range creeps, so you can try and get some last hits here. So right clicks go in by the anti-mage onto Clockwork, trying to burn his mana, but he's got Enchanted Mango plus a Clarity as well, so he's feeling fairly confident there. Play? No. Guess if Stockholm, so I think there was some trouble loading into this game, so maybe that was it. Clockwork gets this bounty rune bot. Dazzle might be holding on to this rune for the Leshrac, but Leshrac doesn't have a Boltor yet. He's still only got that one last hit. I must say, I think he's really getting outlaned here at the moment by Arise, but I mean, Arise, top player, dodges the stun as well. Leshrac trying to catch him out, but it just doesn't quite happen there. And then we get a stun onto the Spectre. How's Spectre farming up? She is, you know, farming pretty much as well as the anti-mage. He's got a PMS, so the right-click harass isn't too bad. And I think Doom is just quite happy to get some experience. He's got the War Stomp if things get really bad, but not sure how much it will really help you. Hey Ainsley. Had some good goals there earlier. That first game was pretty bad, but things picked up in the end, didn't they? This Razor is lasting really well against Leshrac. This is where Leshrac's fallen out of favour, because his damage is actually really quite weak. The stun missed onto a Rise, he dodges it, the Telegraph quite obvious there, and Leshrac takes some last hits for his troubles. But Dazzle does go down. ForLove get the first blood. That must be a nice confidence boost there. Spectre is going to just take out that neutral creep. Yeah, first blood, pretty nice. But this mid lane is going horribly. 3 last hits for the Leshrac, 17 for the Razor. That's some serious pains. We have a pause from the Ogre Magi. Sounds like there's some ping, and they actually pause as this snowball is coming in. Onto the Doom. He has no mana for the War Stomp, and it looks like the servers are a little cocked up at the moment. This pause. Okay, it looks like the teams are ready to go. The pause finishes just in time then. And actually, on the Good Studio stream, they got this game. They're casting this game as well. Nah, copying me. I got in here first, guys. Don't know what that delay's like, but yeah. The Lich did try and TP up to this top tower to try and save his buddy, but Doom did go down to what must have been that snowball. Doom straight away going to come back to this lane after using his TP. He wants to use that Devour if possible. Gets the last hit with it. But this Leshrac, poor Leshrac. See, at level 3, I think once you've leveled up, the Lightning Storming is a lot better, but I can't remember how much damage it got reduced by. But it was a lot. Significant amount. And we see the snowball onto the Scarecrow. Oh, there's a nice double stun there. Now, is that going to be the stun from the Ogre Magi? He's got no mana though. The TP cost him too much. Now the turnaround from the Razor, trying to get the right clicks onto Leshrac, but he does run away. He does have that bottle now, just delivered to him on the courier, and he's probably going to bottle crow that back. So the score is now 1-1. 5 minutes in this game. Fairly unadventurous, but the Spectre is managing to get some pretty damn good free farm. Clockwork hitting level 5, nearly level 6, so I mean, Santimage is getting some pretty good last hits as well. Oh, see, that's the decreased range. This nerf on Leshrac really hurting him there. It would have hit if it was back, but it's now only, I think the jump radius is like 450 now or something. It doesn't tell me anywhere how much it is, but 475, and I think it was like 650 before, so how many people are watching this? 3,182. Do I put my thing in it? Now we see the snowball right onto Doom. He's going to get stunned up as well. 3 hero, that heal actually does quite a lot of damage. Nice block off there with the ice shards. Chasing after the Doom. He's pretty fast. Oh, he doesn't have enough mana for that Scorched Earth though. Ah.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's actually, I actually know this one. He got, unfortunately, his team came second in Epic Land 16. He did some really sick carrying though. Really, really good.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
What's this Leshrac doing? He's hit that level 6, but Razor now level 7. Got a Haste Rune bottled. I think if he can time this right, here we go. Haste Rune being used to snowball onto Leshrac. Leshrac doesn't stand a chance. He does go into Sparkle Pony mode. It's just not enough though. He is gonna fall down pretty damn quickly there. Doom. Lich actually deciding to go for that Ice Armor. I think it's really good. It gives you 3 armor early on, plus some slow. Could definitely help up against some of these right clicks. The extra armor, especially for the Doom, and we see Spectre TPing down to the bot lane. They're going to rotate things up. Maybe they will put the try and put some pressure onto the anti-mage, which is usually a really good idea.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
The Scarecrow, he's in some now. He's in some trouble. A really good hookshot from the Clockwork, draining the damage from the Razor. Going to take some right-click damage, the tower damage, but that's not really an issue. As they get the kill on this Leshrac, he's only 17 last hit compared to 38 of the Razor, and now 2 deaths as well. We have a pause coming out as Doom does have to disconnect at the moment. So what's going to be the plan? Now, I feel like he needs to try and cut off this Razor. I wonder if he's going to go for that fast mech or maybe get some treads. I actually prefer phase boots, but I'm probably on my own there. And this Observer Ward, nice placement there. You see the anti-mage hiding. Maybe they're going to try and go on this Spectre. There is the Mana Void. Spectre only has 1 level in Dispersion, so that's 10% damage reflection. They might be able to get this kill with the Lich slow. Unfortunately, doesn't have Chain Frost though. I think if they had that, they could go. But anti-mage right-click damage is fairly weak, especially if now the Spectre doesn't really have much mana. No, I don't think they can kill him. They'll need at least +1. Now we're just gonna wait for a little bit as things catch up. Yeah, I think they need to, like, they don't even have any stacks for Leshrac, which is, I think, what would really help, but the supports have just been too preoccupied in their lane. Doom still really far from that Midas, another 1,000 gold needed. 950, I guess, in case this guy's back in teammate. Nice chat, nice chat. I guess UK Dota interested in this game, as we do, I believe, ForLove are a UK team. Yeah, things. Let's have a look at these graphs. I mean, I know it's early days. We might as well have a look. As we expect, there was a big spike up there. towards PR's favour. We'll have a reconnect sometime soon. As soon as Clockwork hit level 6, or not quite as soon, but hook shot onto the Leshrac. Leshrac gets his damage range, right click damage is enough there. Man, 3,357 spectators. It's quite a lot. PR definitely seems to be dominating at the moment. Clockwork showing off his dance moves there. A good bit of the old Roboto, and they did actually go on the Spectre, but the TP support from the Tusk plus the Ice Sigil, Frozen Sigil, is keeping them at bay. So Spectre survives just about. He's gone Triad, it's PMS, right? And it looked like Doom tried. Did Doom? Doom doesn't even have Doom yet. It looked like he tried to chase after this Dazzle, but Dazzle has plenty of heals. Wow, got some serious shit hot. Nice. Tusk waiting for the Ogre Magi to step forward a little bit. And where's this Leshrac? Leshrac coming back into lane. Clockwork's got a hook shot up in a few seconds, but they don't even do it. They snowball in, go underneath. They're going to try and trap them in. They catch out the Ogre Magi. He's going to be left in there. Actually, Leshrac does get a kill onto the Tusk, so actually I think that's a good trade for Love there, the dire side. Ice Armor going onto the tower, prevent too much damage, more damage content. Razor looks like he wants to go a bit further if he can. Slow onto Razor, that he does get stunned up at the moment. Lich going to throw out, but hook shot coming through from Cheshire Cat, trying to save up for Rise. Doesn't quite happen there. Nice try though. It's actually a couple of kills there, so Dire really happy with that. That's a big swing. That theoretically, you know, that brings Leshrac in a lot closer into this game than he originally was. Anti-Mage being pinged out now. Dazzle coming in. They do get a Spectral Dagger onto him and forces out the TP. Support rotation in from Leshrac. No. Do they look for this kill? There's not much. There's no Spectral Dagger, and yeah, they're going to get the slow onto the Spectre. There is no stun though, and the heals coming out from the Dazzle are enough to sort of deter any further movement. Clockwork, is he going to try and look for Doom? Oh, do they not see each other there? I don't know. Can Cheshire Cat even get Doom? I think underneath. He's waiting for the hookshot, I think. What he'll do is he will probably cast hookshot as he sees the Lich ultimate flying through. They're just going to wait for it to run out. Although here comes the Leshrac. This ultimate doing so much damage. He really should go after this Razor. He's going to try and get the Rise click. But the long range Lightning Storm really does get that kill. It's a really important kill onto the Razor actually. And it's now 5-4. Lich did die earlier in this mid lane. But once again, a very good trade. And Clockwork now going after the Doom. Doom doesn't actually have mana for it, but he does have enough for the Scorched Earth, and now he's going to try and run down this Clockwork. Clockwork does have the hook shot, but Doom would only be this aggressive if he did have the backup. So Cheshire Cat on the Clockwork does run back down towards his tower. So I think PR did have a really good early start here, but they dived just a little bit too far with like the Tusk coming in, and Leshrac going to try and get the stun onto Tusk. Not quite enough. If he uses his ultimate, a couple of burns might be enough. Maybe this was the bait. The Razor coming in now. The snowball coming through, going to stun onto the Leshrac. Tries to get a right click on Tusk. It's just not going to happen. And Arias going to get the kill on Leshrac. I don't know if that was a bait. I think it might have been, and Arias gets the kill there. It's a real to and fro here. Leshrac 3 for 3. Razor 4 for 2. As actually we see Clockwork finish off the Lich. Where was this? This was down in the river. Hookshot was used. And I like the Clockwork, going nice, aggressive build, maxing the Battery Assault. That's a lot of magic damage. Hey, NJUB, Ninja. Sparkle Pony Doing okay as we see Rise moving around, trying to go onto the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage blinks away. Is it going to be far enough though? Yes it is. Tusk doesn't quite manage to get the snowball stun as Anti-Mage blinking away. He's gone for the max mana break instead of the max blink, which it's interesting because the max blink, it gives you that ability to farm a lot quicker in the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
What's Clockwork doing now? He's looking for that hook shot, trying to find the right angles onto this Doom, and if he does get the hook shot, Doom is in a lot of trouble. He's got to go now. He misses it! Doom just stands still there, so Cheshire Cat being unaware of the outplay. If only I was OD Pixel. Who wouldn't want to be OD Pixel, right? I am British. That's why I sound like him. Anti-Mage, he's getting close to that Battle Fury. It won't be as fast as his sub 12 minute one in the last game he played, but I think around the 14-minute mark it's not too shabby at all. He's got the boots as well. Now they're going to try and look for a setup on this Clockwork. He just went straight for the point booster. It could be very interesting. The slow onto the Clockwork, plus another slow coming out from the Fire Blast. He does use the cogs, pushes back two of the heroes actually, but Leshrac gonna push forward, does get the stun onto the Clockwork. I don't think there's any escape now for Cheshire Cat. Well, I don't know, this Sparkle Pony doing a fair bit. He's trying to bottle through it at the moment, but he does fall. This is a big kill. If Leshrac can keep snowballing like this, it could be very important. Thank you, Luke. Yes, my hook shots are really good. Now the Spectre. What's he doing? What's he got? He's going for the more fighty build earlier on. Got the Treads and the Urn. Anti-Mage, 100 more gold, then he's got that Battle Fury. Let's have a look over at these net worth. We see the Razor is ahead, he's 4 for 2, he's got a Yashi, he's pretty fast now. Whether he looks to go for a BKB next, maybe, could be the ultimate choice, there's plenty of stuns. But like I said earlier when this game started, this unstable current will be really, really strong. And Tusk is actually on his own at the moment, and Lich is here along with the Leshrac, and I think this will probably be his death, although Rise wants to go in here. We see Anti-Mage very low, getting blocked up a bit by the Leshrac. The Frost Blast coming through, and that will be the death of Lich, but also the death of Tusk. Can Razor, he's trying to fight up against the Leshrac, and Razor of course will win underneath the unstable current. The Leshrac goes down, the Spectre ultimate being used, whether he's trying to chase after the Doom or not, no. But it's all about the Razor here. Razor gets the Lich and the Razor gets Lich and the Leshrac. He is getting really farmed here at the moment. Razor, the ultimate does just wear off at the moment as the Ogre Magi TP's in to do what he can, stop any further aggression coming out from the Razor. Okay, yeah, I'll turn off the chat, sorry. I was using it earlier. There's just shit talk going on in there anyway. Thank you for a Kumaj. Give me a follow or something, that'd be great. You can follow me on Twitter at Zambrella101 or just follow me on Twitch. I'll be doing lots more casting. I hope to get, I'll see you at TI6 or TI7 or something like that, as we see Tusk trying to scout the Ogre Magi here. Ogre Magi getting penned in a moment. And this Frozen Sigil moving forward, giving the vision onto the Ogre Magi, gets stunned up. He's going to try and do what he can at the moment, but I don't think he's going to survive, especially as the Clockwork comes here. And now dominating for Rise. He's probably going to go for the S&Y now. He's got enough for that Satch. Pressure now on the bot lane. The Anti-Mage does have his Battle Fury. Spectre hiding. Oh, this could be really dangerous actually for the Dire. They need to get the way out of here at the moment. Leshrac does land the stun onto Razor, but not the Spectre. I think Leshrac is falling here, especially with that minus armor. I love this synergy on the side of the Radiant. Razor, Eye of the Storm, lots of physical damage himself, then the Weave as well. Doom trying to run away at the moment, he's going that Shadow Blade as well, the hook shot onto the Anti-Mage as well. He does have the blink if he wants to use it, he does go up to the high ground, he does have the negative Urn on him as well. Is he going to survive? One more right click, the hook, nicely done there. The flare coming through from the Clockwork, finishing off that Anti-Mage who had just completed his Battle Fury and would love to use his time to keep farming. Also, if you, like, I know there's a Dota 2 cast at subreddit, but if you have any games you want me to cast, I mean, I'm going away for a little bit for a few days tonight, however. But if you have a game you want casted, type in ! cast me. But Ogre Magi in some trouble. Razor stealing all his damage, trying to do what damage could to the Tusk. Doom coming in. He does have that Doom if he wants to use it, but this physical damage is just too much. Arise is now unstoppable. 14 for 6 on the scoreboard. Net worth nearly, he's 4k above the anti-mage. Also this tower gold really helping out. Not a single tower down on the Radiant side. Dire, yeah, they're in some trouble here. Leshrac doesn't even have his Bloodstone at the moment, which is this is the sort of time you'd expect him to have it. Maybe even earlier if they could. Yeah, M4DP. Conquer the world. Tusk comes in with the smoke actually, and Clockwork level 2. He's got that. Looks like just went for the casual point booster. He's also got an urn himself, so that's 2 urns on the Radiant side. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there, but you know what? The stats are pretty good. It means that Clockwork's now sitting on just over 1400 XP. H. Lich could be in some trouble here. Tusk moving forward. There is the Leshrac as well. They can do something, but nice trapping the Leshrac, and he tried to run around into the side shop. And actually, they get the Doom onto the Dazzle here, and Doom just going to run down the Dazzle. They do finish him off here, but Arise stealing damage of the Doom. The hookshot coming through. A 2-for-1 at the moment. Only the Dazzle, the casualty. Although Tusk does finally go down there. Doom getting chased after. Razor just gonna fight this up. He's got the SY. He is tanky.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
Oh, Clockwork gets an Invis rune. This Invis rune is pretty nice.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Yes, this anti-mage is just not farming as well as he did in the early game because he's just being pressured so much. Spectre, you know, not that far from the relic. She's going to have this, you know, pre-25 minutes, I think. This Radiance. Ogre Magi just about surviving the onslaught from the Clockwork. I also think Blade Mail is a really good item in this game. A great item against Leshrac, who is nowhere near a BKB, let alone that Bloodstone. Yeah, I sent a tweet out to Shiva and Shane, who are currently casting on the Too Good Studio, just like, oh, can you please give me a shout out, etc. And they did! I didn't hear it, but it's great. I did think they would, but I feel so special. I'm casting this game because someone on ForLove.Int team, they asked me to cast it after me seeing cast at the Epic LAN 16. So I thought I would. Casted the game before this one. And then they said they would be playing up against PR, so I had to do the next one. The flare coming through. That probably would have killed him actually, because he's only got 1 level in his spell shield. And they realised, oh wait, there's an observer ward up here. They gotta deward it though. Things looking dire for the Dire. I made that joke before. Spectre with the relic. This could be pretty intense. Will the Dire finally get a tower? I think they really hope so. And okay, Leshrac, he's getting close to that Bloodstone. He's going to get it. I wonder if it would have been more prudent to get, you know, other items, considering it's 20 minutes in and quite clearly weren't doing as well as you'd like. We see this anti-mage though. Can they get Spectre Jagged up? That means they have vision on them, which can be very important. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Arise coming forward. He's got a DD rune, plus his ultimate. I think Doom is in some trouble. He's trying to TP away, does not get there. The stun would have hit him, even if he did have enough HP to get himself away. And Leshrac's TPing away. And I think that's the best they're going to do. They're just going to accept Doom. I'm sorry. Sorry, Doom, you're in some trouble. However, the wrap around from Clockwork gets the hookshot onto Lich. Beautifully done there. Remember that the Clockwork does have the the Blade Mail as well. This is godlike now for Arise. He is absolutely beasting it. He's got 4.5k gold. I think, you know, he should just go something like, I don't know, Skadi. Skadi would be pretty sick. He's just so strong right now. This is what happens. You snowball out of control. And I don't think this tower, long for the world, the fortification is merely a stalling mechanism. It's just, they have to try and get this anti-mage to have some good fight. I mean, if they get a good fight, if they can manage to kill off this Razor, you know, that'd be very hard. But if they do manage to finish off the Razor, that Razor probably just go BKB.
Tower has been denied.
He's actually going AC.
Tower is under siege.
That's extra pushing power, that minus armor, also stacking up even more. Oh man, along with the medallion as well. I love lineups like this. I think they work so well. And the thing is, they all go through BKB. And spell resistance of anti-mage. He's only on 815 HP. And so if they can just get like one stun on him, he'll just get blown up immediately. I actually don't have an MMR command, but my MMR is 3.87, so 3.8k. Alright. That's the full radiance for the Spectre. He's just been given so much space this game. And he's got 3 kills plus 7 assists.
Dire's middle tower
3.8k.
is attacked.
Okay, Magi gets hookshot onto. He does have the ice armor. There's going to be a little bit of armor to counteract the negative on it. It's just, look at this. He just goes down, and our Spectre trying to chase after the Lich. Lich in a world of pain. He doesn't have any escape mechanism here. Only his Tranquil Boots to speak of. Doom does come out onto Tusk, but Doom caught outside of his base. I think this is game, guys. I'm not really sure how ForLove can get back from this. They had a good run. They got a face up against PR. Very prestigious team who's had a, you know, pretty rich background. And only Leshrac and Anti-Mage is just going to split push. He's going to try and get this tower if he can. But this Rax is going to go crumbling. Razor, that completed AC. Jeez. This is just upsetting, really, isn't it? And what else can you do? Oh, that was a triple stun, but they're going to snowball forward. Oh, that punch did so much. They're going to bring down the Tusk. No, they're not. The Grave coming out from J4 just keeps him alive for a little bit longer. He has the sticks as well, plus the heal. They're keeping him alive. Now the hookshot from Cheshire Cat onto the Lich. Lich dead once again. Godlike streak, and everyone's going to have to run back to the base on the Dire side. Range Rex falling after the melee barracks, and whether PR now, do they want to just push forward? Maybe they can go take Roshan if they want. Just secure themselves this game. Yeah. So I think the command is like add com, then the command you want, so exclamation and MMR, and then just type whatever the MMR is after it. Something like that. Hope you guys are enjoying this. This weekend I was at Epic LAN UK, Epic LAN 16. That was pretty entertaining, where the best of the best UK teams faced up against each other. That was my first LAN. It was really entertaining. Ooh, message.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tusk now moving forward. Okay, he actually didn't level second level in. Okay, I didn't realize Wolf's punch worked like that. It only increases the slow duration. Might as well get those extra level in Frozen Sigil. Frozen Sigil, they really help. So tower does go down for Anti-Mage's team, the Dire side. A little bit of gold going there.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Wow, yeah, high quality UK Dota. Lich looking for an opening where possible. Like Magi does have that. Ah, they are under the cover of the smoke, but that gets broken. Doom does have that Shadow Blade, looking for what he can, but the jump forward by Cheshire Cat, he's going to have to use that Blade Mail. Spectre ultimate coming out. This is the last fight available for the Dire. If they lose this, which I think they will, this is going to be the end of the tournament for them. They tried hard, they tried valiantly, but PR, that mid lane, Arise doing so much damage. He's got himself another DD rune. Leshrac trying to bottle up through it. He's going to have to try and suicide himself if he can, but he's going to go down. Another hookshot forward from Clockwork. This is actually going to be his death. He went a bit aggressive there, buys back into this game, but at the end of it, even though there's not megas, I think GG is called. This game is over. Were you at Ireland? I heard Ireland was pretty entertaining. I watched a little bit. all the way through the issues they had with computers and stuff. This game, I mean, they put up a good fight. For the early game, it was a bit hit and miss. Apart from that mid lane, the Razor, I mean, Arise. This is just showing you the difference between a really good, a professional player and a really good player. Just got outplayed, and I think the nerf to Leshrac really hurt him. Now I think if it was the old Leshrac, the lane would have been much closer. Just because you could do a lot more last hitting and damage to Razor with the lightnings. But that's it. Well, for this game, I might go find. I've got so many viewers here. Stop the recording.